Hello. Today we will be analyzing the evaluation report entitled Feeding America Elementary School-Based Food Pantries. Let's get started. We will first look at the overall report format. By looking at the table of contents, we can see that the report includes all major sections except for the executive summary. The executive summary should include a summary of the entire report, including results and recommendations. This summary, typically no more than 1 or 2 pages in length, is important to include for audience members who may not have time to read the entire report or to help readers focus their reading in specific report areas. When reading through the report, we can see that the results section is broken out by evaluation question categories, and subheaders within each section are used to call out individual evaluation questions or other relevant information. This maintains flow and structure for the report and keeps the focus on the evaluation questions. Additionally, call-out boxes and bolded type are used to place emphasis on key information throughout the report. In reading the report, we learned that Feeding America commissioned American University to complete this evaluation and report. Therefore, Feeding America management, and specifically those involved with the school pantry program, are the primary target audience for the report. However, Feeding America may decide to share this report with key stakeholders such as partner schools and food banks. This may be beneficial as the report contains useful information and recommendations for all groups. The report is written formally, in the third person, and with mostly passive voice. Now that we have analyzed the report structure as a whole, let's dive into each section to determine if the appropriate types of information are included. The introduction section includes all key points and does a good job of concisely describing the problem, background on Feeding America and on the school pantry program, goals and objectives are discussed, and a clear table of evaluation questions is included, with questions grouped into 4 categories. The data and methodology section includes all key points with the exception of a pilot study results, which do not appear to be applicable. Although some information is shared on the methodology for sampling pantries, more details and justification would be helpful. The results section also includes all key points. Headers and subheaders within this section make it easy to map results to each evaluation question, and charts and graphs distill the information to easy to understand points. Concise explanations are given to expand upon the results presented in tables. The discussion section includes nearly all key points. Although limitations are discussed earlier in the report in the methodology section, limitations should again be covered in the discussion section and should include limitations of the evaluation as a whole, not just of the data collection methods. This includes including limitations of the study would also likely lead to discussion of what additional information could be obtained to reduce limitations for future studies. Now let's discuss the specific types of data presented in the report. Data was collected primarily through in-depth interviews and surveys, with likely some review of records for data such as participation rates and participation demographics. Survey questions included both closed and open-ended questions. Closed questions were coded and then analyzed, and open-ended questions were reviewed for themes and key points, and then coded and analyzed accordingly. Data collected was a mix of qualitative and quantitative data, with most of the more process-related data, such as the number of participants or pounds of food distributed, being quantitative, while most of the summative data gained through interviews and surveys, such as customers' opinion of the quality of food and whether or not they were informed of other programs, being qualitative. Data was discussed in paragraph form and then summarized in mostly tables and some charts. Here is an example of each. The use of tables allowed evaluators to easily show the difference in answers across subsets of individuals, for example, across different participation rates. Similarly, tables displayed Likert scale survey answers in an easy-to-understand format. Other tables were also used to differentiate answers across different delivery models, thus allowing for the comparison of different delivery models. That concludes our analysis of this report. Thanks for listening.